on page 368, Properties of Exponents. So with these problems, you were to simplify and only use positive exponents. If you look at number 2, you would multiply -4 times -2, and that would get you 8. Okay, then you would take the exponents and add them. So it would be x squared plus -2, and that comes out to be x to the 0. So x to the 0, anything to the 0 power is 1. So that would be the answer to that one. Okay. Number 3, 4x cubed y to the 5th quantity squared. Okay, here you have to multiply the exponents, and you would understood that there's a 1 here. So this would become 4 squared x to the 6 y to the 10th. And that equals 16 x to the 6 y to the 10th. In number 6, you're dividing so you subtract exponents. 6 divided by 3 is 2. This would be x to the 7th minus a -1, and then y to the 5th. So the final answer would be 2 x to the 8th y to the 5th. Okay, looking at the next one, number 13, you have x to the 4th, x to the -2 over x to the -5. So these exponents are on the same level. You add them, and anything underneath you would divide. So if you want to do it in steps, you would go x to the 4th plus -2, x to the -5th. So this becomes x squared, x to the -5th, and then you're going to subtract. It becomes x squared minus -5. This is positive, so the final answer is x to the 7th. Okay, number 14. I have 12 x squared y to the 6th quantity squared over 8 x to the 4th y to the 7th. So first you would work with the parentheses, and you would distribute. This would is a 1 over 1 of it, so you're multiplying. So this becomes 12 squared x to the 4th y to the 12th over 8 x to the 4th y to the 7th. And that becomes 144. All the x's cancel out. And over 8. And if you want to go ahead and subtract the y's, 12 minus 7, that's a positive, so that y goes up top in the numerator. And then 144 divided by 8 is 18, so this is your final answer. And number 20. We have xy squared over 2 times 6xy squared. So you can add these exponents and you can subtract these. So this would become 6 x to the first plus 1. Okay, y to the second minus 2. And then you still have that 2 in the denominator, so don't lose it. That becomes 3. This becomes 2, so this is 3 x squared y to the 0, so that becomes 1. Okay, 22 is 3x to the negative 3, y to the negative 2, quantity to the negative 2. So this is a 1, so you're going to distribute this. This is 3 to the negative 2. This becomes x to the 6, y to the 4th, because that was negative. Okay? And then this goes in the denominator. So you have x to the 6, y to the 4th over 3 squared. Now it becomes positive in the denominator. And then this is your final answer. Okay, and the last one I'm going to show you is 24. And that is s squared t squared over r times s r cubed over t. So going across, we have an s squared and an s to the first, so that would be, you add it, that's s cubed. And then with a t up here and a t to the first down here, so these you would subtract 2 minus 1, and that becomes a positive t, so you leave that up top. And then the last one is you have an r cubed and an r to the first, so you'd also subtract them, and 3 minus 1 is positive, so it stays up in the numerator. If you want, a lot of times things are written in alphabetical order, so this might be a better answer.